Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN TV Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications. And now, let's join ace broadcaster MAMODE AKUGHA as he takes us inside the Niger Delta.
Hello out there and welcome to the program. It's Inside the Niger Delta, the authentic voice of Niger's oil-rich region. I'm your regular host, MAMODE AKUGHA. Governor Sheriff Oborevwori of Delta State says, contrary to claims by Senator Ned Nwoko, he has never had any discussions regarding a partnership to complete the stalled AKUGHA power project in the state. Governor Oborevwori made the clarification last week when he received the leadership of Ndokwa Neku Union at the government house in Asaba. The governor urged the senator representing Delta North to desist from spreading falsehood capable of breeding disunity in the state.
About 2 months ago, the senator representing Delta North, Ned Nwoko, while addressing a group of his constituents, stated that the state governor, Right Honorable Sheriff Oborevwori, had not given serious attention to the development of Delta North Senatorial District. He further alleged that he had discussions about the AKUGHA Independent Power Project, a facility intended to supply electricity to some local communities within his constituency. According to him, the governor declined a proposed partnership initiative that he had put forward, which he claimed would fast-track the realization of the project to benefit the people.
So the governor was there, AKUGHA was there, deputy governor was there, House of Assembly members, and so on and so forth. I told them that before I move the motion, let me say my mind. My mind is very clear. And I said, look, my governor, you have done well in Warri. You have done well in Osubi and those areas. You have awarded contracts of over 100 billion to Julius Berger to do flyovers and bridges. But the ones I've been telling you to do for my people, you have not done it. So I mentioned to him, my step down. Because I told him to pay for it. And he can pay for it.
Governor Oborevwori, while addressing the leadership of the Ndokwa Neku Union, a sociocultural organization representing the Ndokwa Ukwani people of Delta State, categorically denied having any discussions with Senator Nwoko regarding funding for the AKUGHA power plant.
I saw a video that went viral about some demands that the senator representing this Anyoma nation that he discussed with me. Tell him he never discussed any issue with me. The only time Senator Ned Nwoko came to see me was to solicit for appointment for some persons in Niger, which I granted him. So tell him he lied.
The governor, while highlighting various development initiatives being undertaken by his administration across Delta State, cautioned Senator Nwoko against actions that could promote ethnic divisions within the state.
Let him brief the people who elected him, brief them what he knows he can give to them. I know that some of his mates are doing some empowerment. I've not seen any empowerment that he has done. So he should think of how he can empower his people, because he's owning the people.
Earlier, the leader of the Ndokwa Neku delegation, Brigadier General Mike Ndubisi, retired, expressed gratitude to Governor Oborevwori for his developmental strides in the state and for appointing their sons and daughters into key positions in his administration.
Inside the Niger Delta.
Student groups including the Niger Delta Union Government, NITSURG, and the National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS Zone B, have commended the leadership of the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, for what they describe as its exemplary performance and unwavering commitment to the development of the region. National President of NITSURG, Comrade Scott Ogunsheri, and the coordinator of NANS Zone B, Isaac Izoge Ogeva, gave the commendation last week at a joint press conference in Port Harcourt, the River State capital. The students' bodies further disassociated themselves from any protest against the commission or its leadership.
As the threat of protest against Nigeria's foremost intervention agency, the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC), by a group continues, several other groups are now coming out to distance themselves from the purported protest. The groups are not just denouncing the protest, but are throwing their weight completely behind the current leadership of the NDDC, as led by Governing Board Chairman Mr. Chiedu Ebie and Managing Director Dr. Samuel Obuku. The recent groups to join the fray are the Niger Delta Student Union Government (NISOJ) and the National Association of Nigerian Students (NANS) Zone B, which is made up of the entire South-South states. They declared their support for NDDC while addressing a joint press conference in Port Harcourt last week.
We want to equivocally state that NANS Zone B is not involved in any planned protests and has not authorized any individual or group to represent our interests in this regard.
They explained that if there were any grievances they have, they would rather explore the option of dialogue to resolve such grievances with the NDDC, which they say has continued to demonstrate an uncommon will in fast-tracking the holistic development in the region.
We request the arrest of impostors claiming to represent NISOJ. We seek continued dialogue with NDDC for regional development and programs to benefit the students.
The leadership of the student union groups appreciated the intervention agency's scholarship initiative, which has sponsored foreign postgraduate studies for over 2,000 students, amongst other student-focused programs. They, however, appealed to the NDDC to also consider local scholarships to assist struggling Niger Delta students in various institutions of learning across the country.
We appeal for the expansion of the overseas scholarship to accommodate more beneficiaries, as we have found that initiative to be laudable. We also appeal to NDDC. We request consideration for local scholarship to complement the student loan by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
In a separate development, the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC), Dr. Samuel Obuku, has reaffirmed the Commission's commitment to creating opportunities for youths in the region to develop and showcase their sporting talents. Dr. Obuku made the commitment during the finals of the new WW-wide secondary school tournament in Port Harcourt last week.
This competition is not only going to end at this level. From next year, we are going to at least improve on it and to ensure that the best player of the match will also be sent abroad to be trained in any of the academy in Europe.
The managing director also revealed that plans were underway to introduce a similar competition for girls to ensure inclusivity in youth development through sports. He further noted that the tournament would be expanded to adopt a region-wide outlook in subsequent editions.
What we want to do is that we want to have a Niger Delta Secondary School League, where the winners of this school should be the ones that are involved in the league.
The week-long tournament, which featured 20 secondary schools from across River State, was concluded at the premises of Stella Maris College in Port Harcourt. The spirited finals saw Enitona High School Borikiri triumph over Nyomoni Anglican Grammar School to claim the star prize of 1.5 million naira. The second place, Nyemoni Anglican Grammar School, went home with a prize of 1 million naira, while third placed Stella Maris College received 750,000 naira along with their respective trophies.
inside the Niger Delta.
The National Association of Ijaw Female Students and Alumni, Southwest Nigeria, gathered in Lagos last week to celebrate its 20th anniversary in grand style. The association, established in 2004, amongst other things, has been carrying out an aggressive deworming campaign across the creeks and hard-to-reach areas in the Niger Delta region. Respected Ijaw sons and daughters who graced the event, which doubled as their 2024 convention, commended the students and alumni for staying true to the vision of the association over the past 2 decades and counting.
Last week, members of the National Association of Ijaw Female Students, alongside alumni, their grand patron, Comrade Joseph Iva, and other distinguished guests came together for a remarkable twofold ceremony. The event celebrated the association's 20th anniversary and served as its national convention, reflecting 2 decades of unwavering commitment to empowering the Ijaw girl child and driving impactful change in the Niger Delta. The association was birthed in February 2004 when the coordinator of the Ijaw Monitoring Group, Comrade Joseph Iva, inaugurated all female delegates present at the 28th convention of the National Union of Izoebe Students in Torugbene, Delta State, as its pioneer members. Defying all odds, this group of students, propelled by the unwavering support and determination of Comrade Iva, has firmly established its presence across nearly all tertiary institutions in Nigeria. The founder and now grand patron of the association, Comrade Iva, reminisced on the inspiration behind the establishment. He highlighted the need to mobilize and empower Ijaw female students, enabling them to support one another in pursuing their dreams and creating a brighter future for themselves and the Ijaw ethnic group in the Niger Delta region.
What propelled me first? I lost my 2 kid sisters because of pollution in my community, AKUGHA, where I was born. I was lucky to escape to Lagos because women have that passion for what they can do for children. So it will be bigger than this. Well, some of them are now giving back. Some of them that are now graduates are also sponsoring a lot of things.
Dignitaries at the event took turns congratulating the association on its remarkable 20-year journey. They encouraged members to remain steadfast in upholding the vision of the organization and lauded the grand patron, Comrade Iva, for founding the association and also his unwavering support and mentorship over the years.
It is a worthwhile celebration and a monumental achievement, because the originator, the founder of the program, Comrade Joseph Iva, has invested his money, his time and his energy on the welfare and success of his own female students for over 2 decades now. 20 years is 2 decades.
Once upon a time, whenever they come to where we come from, they will say they cannot employ us because we are uneducated. We are undereducated. But today I'm looking in this school and I'm seeing very beautiful women. All of them, either graduates or undergraduates. Please, where are they? Because I want to tell them that we are not only employable, now we want to employ them.
For 2 decades now, the association has transcended the boundaries of just universities and other tertiary institutions. It has become a household name in the creeks and remote areas of the Niger Delta, where it's providing vital support to the poor and vulnerable. This includes initiatives like deworming campaigns for children, educational sponsorships, and training programs aimed at empowering women and girls in underserved communities. The ceremony climaxed with the cutting of the anniversary cake, a moment filled with excitement and so much fanfare.
Inside the Niger Delta. Standout Properties Limited presents a real estate opportunity of a lifetime. Bloom Towers, a waterfront twin high-rise buildings of 19 and 21 stories at the edge of the Atlantic Ocean in the prestigious Oniru area, Victoria Island, Lagos. Bloom Towers is a green and smart building project consisting of 1, 2 and 3 bedroom apartments and maisonettes, as well as 10,300 square meters available space for commercial and corporate use. Built for completion in 2027, Bloom Towers has 236 units available for sale with a starting price of 100 million naira. Lock down a unit today with a down payment of 20% and spread the balance over the next 24 months. Contact us on 080-693-47063 or 091-22-656-975.
It is a project that will bring huge return on investment.
Bloom Towers, from foundation to skyline. Ezekiel Group, oil and gas, dredging, power and air transportation. Ezekiel Group, petroleum product sufficiency, energy sustainability and infrastructure development. Join award-winning ace broadcaster MAMODE Felix AKUGHA on Inside the Niger Delta on the following radio stations weekly. Inside the Niger Delta, the authentic voice of Nigeria's oil-rich region.
The Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC) says it remains committed to enhancing food security in the oil-rich region by working closely with local communities and farmers. The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the NDDC, Dr. Samuel Ubuku, made this known last week during the harvest ceremony of the Commission's Rice and Cassava Empowerment Program in Warake, Onwa East Local Government Area of Edo State.
In June this year, the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC) commenced a program to support 4,500 small-scale rice and cassava farmers across the oil-rich Niger Delta region. The initiative, which is a partnership between the Intervention Agency and local communities, is one of the many efforts conceived to address food insecurity as well as empower local farmers across the 9 states in the region. This laudable program is already yielding positive results within just 5 months of its inception. Last week, the Commission and the people of Warake in Owan East Local Government Area of Edo State celebrated the harvest of rice from the first farm cultivated under this initiative. The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the NDDC, Dr. Samuel Ubuku, who was represented at the harvest by the Director of Agriculture and Fisheries, Mrs. Winifred Madume, commended the people for fulfilling their part of the partnership. She further assured the people of the Commission's readiness to keep the initiative running with even bigger support for increased yields.
We have designed this program in such a way that it will not only be self-sustaining, but we, by force of success, attract financial institutions and other partners to join us in expanding the reach to more communities and farmers.
Speaking on behalf of the people of the community, Chief Mustapha Orogun expressed their gratitude to NDDC for the opportunity to be the very first to benefit from the initiative and promised to provide even more land for cultivation in the coming season.
The land is not issued to Warake, as God has made it. And we are ready to give you more land. And you people should start in time.
The people also appealed to the Intervention Agency to assist in rehabilitating the deplorable roads in the area, noting that improved road connectivity would facilitate access to their farms and enable them to transport their produce to the markets.
When the rain starts, we cannot even move from house to this side. So we are begging them if they can, the LDDC can repair the road for us.
Under the initiative, The NDDC, in partnership with the community, cultivated about 50 hectares of land, which is expected to yield about 150 tons of rice. This projection highlights the potential of the program to significantly boost agricultural output and support livelihoods in the region. Looking ahead, the NDDC says it remains committed to ensuring that more communities in the Niger Delta are incorporated into the program, which would drive economic growth in the region.
Inside the Niger Delta.
The 4th Ologboshere of Warri Kingdom, Chief Ayiri Emami, and other members of the Ologboshere family, as well as some chiefs of Warri Kingdom, have described Elder Pulen Tongaro as a true son of the soil, whose absolute dedication to the cultures and traditions of the Shakiri people is worthy of emulation. Chief Ayiri and other leaders made this known last week in Benin City, Edo State, as they joined other friends and admirers of Elder Tongaro to launch his book titled Dudu Descendants of Warri Kingdom. The book chronicles the life and lineage of late Chief Dudu, who is the patriarch of one of the sub-families under the Ologboshere household.
The world is changing, and the way and means of preserving the cultures and traditions of the people are not left out of this fast transition. Before now, elders and purveyors of history and the customs of the people passed this delicate information through oral tradition, which is often unstructured and mostly spontaneous. However, modernity is now making this practice increasingly difficult and almost ineffectual, with descendants who are scattered all over the globe, just maintaining very minimal contact with their roots. This situation has created the need for the cultural and traditional way of life of the people to be preserved in contemporary books and other new technologies that could be accessed all across the world. Elder Pulen Tongaro, an Ishekiri man from Delta South Senatorial District in the state, last week launched his book titled Dudu Descendants of Warri Kingdom, in which he documented the life of the late Chief Dudu, the patriarch of one of the sub-families under the highly ranked Ologboshere family in Warri Kingdom. Elder Tongaro, in his book, wrote extensively about the 84 descendants of their late patriarch Chief Dudu, who joined his ancestors a long time ago.
Children have gone abroad all over the place, so the essence is to write something that we get to them so that they can read and know where they are from. That's why I decided to put this down, because I am old now. Anytime I can go.
The 4th Ologboshere of Warri Kingdom, Chief Ayiri Emami, and other Ishekiri chiefs present at the book unveiling ceremony extolled the virtues and the character of Elder Tongaro and commended him for daring to come up with a masterpiece that would serve as a guiding light to future generations.
He's somebody that believes in our culture and tradition. Is somebody that has character, somebody that is very principled. He's not somebody that you can influence with money.
And I want to endure all Ishekiris to copy his way of life.
Earlier, the book reviewer, Professor Tony Afejuku, gave some highlights on the book.
In this book, Pulen Tongaro has tried to give academic light to his Dudu ancestry and to Warri Kingdom. The writing of this book has, however, unequivocally given the Shakiri nation a crucial historical and cultural document.
In a related development, the 4th Ologboshere of Warri Kingdom, Chief Ayiri Emami, led an Ishekiri delegation to Ibadan last week, where 12 students of the Ajayi Crowther University accused of brutally murdering a Warri prince, Jeffrey Chamuke Akro, were arraigned. Prince Akro, a 200-level mechanical engineering student at Ajayi Crowther University in Oyo State, was mercilessly beaten to death by a group of students over allegations of phone theft on the 25th of May 2024 in one of the students' halls of residence in the university. counsel to the family of the deceased, Chief Barrister Victor Otomeo, gave updates on the ongoing legal proceeding.
Today's applications, I was ready to oppose and file my counter affidavit. But the judge, in his wisdom, having considered, read the file holistically, advised that we exploit the possibility of resolving all the issues and matter out of court, considering the age of the suspect and the disease and the damage that has already been done.
For his part, Chief Ayiri Imami, who spoke on behalf of the family, said all they want is justice for their late son, Prince Akro.
Whatever they resolve, we'll follow them. But justice have to prevail.
The court, however, adjourned the matter to the 10th of December 2024 for further hearing. Inside the Niger Delta.
Well, with that report, we draw the curtain on the program. Inside the Niger Delta, the authentic voice of Nigeria's oil-rich region will be back same time, same station next week. Until then, you can follow us on our social media handles shown right now on your screens. And please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDNTV Nigeria for these stories and many more. Until next week, I am MAMODE AKUGHA thanking you for staying tuned. Bye for now.